Have you ever bought a book, excited to start reading it, but then months later you haven't even started it, it's just sitting on your bedside table collecting dust? What if there was a system for developing a powerful reading habit in your life that allowed you to not only read more, but also retain more of what you learn so that you can actually apply it in your life? My name is Samuel, and for the last few years I've been on a self-education journey. I have spent hundreds of hours teaching myself things, and along the way I've also worked as a teacher and now also as a coach, and all these experiences have really taught me a lot about the process of learning and have made me really passionate about understanding what learning is and how we can become more effective at it. One of the things I've become very passionate about has been reading, right? Reading. But I wasn't always this way. In fact, back in middle school and early on in high school, I hated reading. Reading was the thing I despised the most. But since then, I've become very passionate about reading. I read every day, and it's just an integral part of my life. And so I want to share with you the method that helped me create a reading ritual in my own life. The first part of the method is about getting clear about what we want to read and how much we want to read. So create a list of all the books you'd like to read in the next 12 months. Then figure out the amount of pages that each book contains. After that, add up all the pages and then divide it by 365. This will give you the amount of pages that you should be reading every day. Finally, decide on the time of day that you're willing to dedicate for reading these pages. For me, it's 8 p.m. because it's the time of day when I've usually finished all my work, but I still have some energy, I still have some focus power that I can dedicate to the reading. Now that you know the amount of pages you're going to be reading every day, and you know the time of day and the place you're going to be reading, commit. Okay, commit to reading for the next 90 days. Pick a book and start reading. After every chapter you read, if you're reading non-fiction books, it's very useful to go back into the chapter, quickly skim through it, and see if there's any points that you really resonated with. Maybe you underlined some points. Make sure that you save those points somehow. Maybe you put them into a document or you write them into a notebook or something so that you can actually try to implement some of those ideas. It's very important that after every chapter you really try to implement something, one idea, just try it out. Even if it's something that doesn't end up working, the book is going to be much more valuable if you try out the ideas that you're learning. But here's the thing, everything I've just told you is basically useless because there's still one thing that you need to do before reading any book. And if you don't do this thing, everything that I've told you in this video won't work. So click on this video next and watch it to learn how to solve that problem.